your Storm Tracker 13 forecast first. Sponsored by George Sink Injury Lawyers.
The time now is 6:30, and thanks for staying with us. We do have a very calm start. It's very similar to yesterday. Minimal clouds, but the sun is going to be coming through nicely. It's also very mild if you're already up and ready to take a stroll this morning walk, letting the dogs out. It is very humid. It feels very similar though to yesterday, so I wouldn't really say it's a surprising feel when you step out the door this morning. The temperatures are a touch warmer, not too big of a difference. It's actually a little cooler down to the southwest and slightly warmer to the northeast, but it's only a 1 or 2 degree difference for everyone. The temperatures are 73 to 77. The winds are very light still. They are out of the south and southwest, around 10 miles per hour. We'll get a nice breeze during the afternoon once again. But rain chances are pretty much non-existent for today. There was a few showers and storms in Georgetown County yesterday, but coverage is going to be very isolated. Biggest thing is still going to be the hot temperatures. Myrtle Beach will be 92 to 94 degrees, and then inland will be 98 to around 100, but feeling like we're 105 to 109.
Hannah, thank you so much. Now for a look at some of today's top local stories. One person was critically injured in a boat wreck on the Intracoastal Waterway. Officials say it happened shortly before 4:30 yesterday afternoon near Folly Road in Socastee. The South Carolina Department of Natural Resources is investigating.
4 people are displaced and 3 cats were rescued after a late-night house fire near East Highway 9 Business and Liberty Church Road. Horry County Fire Rescue responded just before midnight to find heavy flames and smoke. No injuries were reported, and the cause remains under investigation.
A pedestrian hit by a car near Dick Pond Road in Socastee Boulevard late Wednesday night has died. Highway Patrol says a car headed south on Socastee Boulevard hit the person who was in the road. The name of the victim has not yet been released, and the driver was not hurt.
Florence police say an employee at Smokerstown shot and killed a man who tried to hold up this store. Authorities say the man went into the Woody Jones Boulevard store Wednesday night wearing a mask and gloves and demanded money at gunpoint. Police say the employee grabbed a handgun and fired several shots at him. The man fled, and officers later found him dead behind the store. His name has not officially been released. Well, it has been 3 months since a Horry County woman went missing, and now her husband is officially a suspect in her disappearance. Serena Anderson was reported missing by her sister back on May 19th. According to the Horry County Police Department, Danny Osborne was named a suspect due to his continued lack of cooperation. At the time she was reported missing, Osborne told investigators his wife packed up her belongings and left home on May 13th. Authorities previously said they have evidence that contradicts his statement, but have not given any details. A friend of Anderson's says as the investigation continues, they are coming to terms with the idea that Anderson is no longer alive.
I think there's peace that we have, that maybe she's in a better place because she's away from Danny and she's away from the harassment, the just the unsafety of being with somebody who's sick, to maybe being in a place where it's peaceful, without knowing.
North Carolina corrections officials say Osborne is currently on probation in New Hanover County and must get permission from a supervising officer to leave the county. You can count on News 13 for updates.
In North Carolina, vacancy rates at the Department of Adult Corrections are dropping, due in part to a $2 billion cash infusion in this year's state budget. Well, right now, the job vacancy rate is sitting at around 25%. Back in May, that rate was averaging around 30%. While the budget does mean pay raises, it also requires the department to eliminate more than 500 correctional officer positions. Secretary of the department, Leslie Dismuke, says that the boost in funding is a start, but not enough.
Only certified staff members received raises in this budget. We did not get additional raises other than the statewide employee raise, the 3% LI, for all of our non-certified staff. So our maintenance workers in our prisons, a lot of our healthcare folks, our administrative staff still need to be recognized because their pay has not over time kept up with the increase in cost of living.
The money will also be used for safety and security items like stab-proof and bulletproof vests, transport bus cameras, and body scanners.
News 13 on-time traffic, sponsored by Joy Law Firm. Just call Joy.
The time now is 6:35 and traffic flows are still in the clear across Horry County with no reported crashes for your Friday. Few live looks outside. You have 501 on the bottom and the Little River Swing Bridge on the top. You can tell in the Little River camera that the sun is still coming through, even though it may not necessarily look sunny in either of those, but it is going to be another good start to the morning for your sky conditions, and of course still very hot and humid when you step out the door. The drive time is 8 minutes from Mr. Joe White to 82nd Parkway. Interstate travel is also not seeing any delays or construction zones. Florence to Lumberton, north and southbound sides look good. This is near I-95 and Hoffmeyer Road, so I-95 south is that closer lane on your screen, and honestly it's kind of equal travel, not one side busier than the other. For downtown Florence, it is 9 minutes from TV Road to 76. Back to you.
Hannah, thank you. Well, the Trump administration is asking the Supreme Court to clear the way for new restrictions on mail-in voting ahead of the midterm elections.
Yeah, that's right. The White House filed an emergency appeal last month urging the justices to implement an executive order that was signed in March, giving the federal government a new role in mail-in voting. However, a federal judge blocked key parts of the plan. Under the order, states would provide the U.S. Postal Service's list of voters that they intend to send mail ballots. The Postal Service would then be barred from sending mail ballots to voters who aren't on those lists. Opponents argue it would give the federal government an unprecedented role in a system that's traditionally run by state and local officials.
To undermine confidence in our elections, it's baffling to me. They're run by the states. They're administered at the local level. We don't have any central repository that could be interfered with.
The president is pushing for an answer from the High Court by the end of this month, but it's unclear if the justices will act, with mail-in and absentee voting set to start in some states in the coming weeks.
Well, Senate Democrats are pressing Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth for more information about conditions aboard the USS Abraham Lincoln after multiple sailors have reportedly attempted to jump overboard. The ship has been deployed since November to support U.S. operations in the war with Iran. A member of the Senate Armed Services Committee wrote a letter expressing serious concerns about the extended deployment and the deteriorating mental health of the sailors on board. Families of the sailors stating that several have attempted to jump overboard. One was successful last month, but was quickly rescued by other sailors. And Defense Secretary Hegseth says conditions aboard the ship may have been misrepresented. An American mystery 500 years in the making. Up next, why archaeologists searching for historic shipwrecks say the answers may lay off the coast of Georgetown.